very sick. Wow, the new internet works. I love it.
Does it really? Yeah. It seems like it does. You haven't been skipping. None of us are skipping.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, like you see me for the first time in months, right, Connor?
I see you.
Yeah, dude.
I see you.
Wow, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, just that's crazy.
You want to know?
Classic AT&T situation.
You want to know how I built this in Minecraft? You want to know how long this took me in Minecraft?
You want to know how big my island is?
You want to know how I got in the movie Cars? Ka-chow.
You want to know how I grew my Animal Crossing island?
You want to know how I got these cars? Ka-chow.
You want to know how I got full dragon in RuneScape?
You want to know by Alanis Morissette? Or you want to know?
There it is. You want to know by Alanis?
I'm Paul Giamatti, and I'm the Joker.
You want to know how I was a big fat liar?
Oh, Bruce Wayne, big scary billionaire.
Made my pool blue, did ya? You want to know how I got orange hair?
I like his comedy yelling and like, oh my God! Like in Big Fat Liar. Where he's like, Jason Shepard! I love a good comedy yell, comedy scream.
Can we get more comedy movies like that? I mean, jeez. Like,
Can we get more comedy movies like Big Fucking Fat Liar?
Can we get more figures like Sir Frankie Muniz?
We actually do need more movies like Big Fat Liar. That's one of my favorite films. That's like up there with School of Rock to me.
It's a crazy collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because the kid's like a good liar, and like that's such an interesting thing to have a movie about. Is a kid who's a good liar,
big fat one. That's the craziest thing about
it. That's the zinger.
But he's a skinny kid, so it makes you think. How do they reach that conclusion? You know?
Yeah.
I
love the look of Diane's basement, by the way. Just still so fresh.
Now that there's actually furniture in it too, I'm gonna put my TV stand here so I can actually set up all my consoles and just go nuts.
You need to. I gotta say,
TV. I'm gonna get right TV.
Time.
You need to get a fatter TV.
Don't get it twisted. I'm getting a fat boy.
Yeah,
for right behind there.
Yeah,
that's like probably put a little seat situation next to my desk. It's gonna be
nice.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. How big is that one you used to have in that room? That one was Gordo.
I have it out in the other room with the couch. It's a 55er.
Muy Gordo. Literally tomorrow's soul. Senora Poth. Literally Senora Poth for tomorrow's soul.
This one's a 48, and but it's like terrible quality. You can't tell, but like when it gets really dark,
I could tell actually.
This one's a 48-inch, but it's terrible quality.
I'm looking at it through Zoom, and it sucks.
Yeah, no. Yeah. There's like blinds.
Yeah, this one's like 10 years old, but it's still good. So,
but it's sussy baka at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm planning on. I was gonna maybe leave. I might leave this here for the person who takes this room. Just this flatty baka right here.
Just taking it down is too much.
With the lights.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Just like listen.
Happy birthday.
Carry on the tradition. Enjoy. You know, like why destroy that? It's perfect. It's a perfectly installed mount. Baka.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a little baka.
I might want to throw away those hundreds of dollars to give to a stranger.
I think you don't even know Japanese. That means fool. Oh, you're talking about should I take it? Trish thinks I should take it. Maybe I should.
I mean, how much
very nice of you.
Yeah,
you're paying it forward. It's not. Not trying to shit.
Leave
on
the mount. Like, don't take the mount.
Maybe I leave the mount, but take the TV. No, take the mount too. She said,
just take it all. Just move.
I guess I'll take all of it.
Maybe I leave all my possessions behind and just move to the new place, start fresh.
I mean, I was thinking the other day. I'm like, I might just have to leave this bed frame. I can't even get this out of here. I don't even feel like taking it apart. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taking shit apart's fun. Except
Is it?
it's not at all. As someone who just spent the past couple of weeks taking apart a bunch of furniture, I can tell you, it's a blast.
Yeah. But I said all that to say I want to get like an ignorant size, like 80 plus inch TV for my apartment. Like either that or an HD projector, one of the two. Like something fat.
I'm not moving anywhere else without a fucking 80-inch television. Like that's just kind of like that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in life. Okay.
Listen,
I'm at the point in my life. I need a fat TV. Okay, need a big boy.
Period. I need to be able to play Breath of the Wild on 80 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Precisely.
You gotta have
Totally
a smaller
calls for
monitor for the first person shooter type stuff, but for that breath,
that's when you get the Zowie, the 240 hertz monitor, and you're. I don't even
drop $3,000 on a monitor real quick.
Yeah. Max, shut the fuck up real quick.
Damn.
I forgot something.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
guys. Thanks.
I'm out.
See ya.
Didn't sign up for this. Did not sign up for this.
Really didn't.
Berating me. Yeah.
Berating. I forgot something, to be honest.
You're PP.
I'm sorry?
You're PP.
You interrupt me,
No,
but
I
you're the one who
didn't forget
forgot something.
It's attached to my body, Tony. How would I forget my PP? Silly body.
I carry it with me.
Carry it with me every day.
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
Podcast.
Why? Why did you do that?
Because I'm a heckin' dumb, stupid head.
That's true. That is
At least you admit it.
At least you're going up to it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it is Monday. It actually is Monday, October 11th, 2021. Welcome to another episode of Woke and Boke. Yeah, that's right. If you've never watched the show, we do that every time. Every time.
All times.
It's episode 106. 106 to be exact. That's a fuck ton of episodes. I was just telling Tony, I'm just kind of losing track now. Now that we're in the hundreds, it's just like, all right, whatever the fuck we're doing.
Kind of happens that way.
I am your host. It's like I'm going to have to eventually deal with this data management issue of all the episodes and all of our shit that we have. But that's for another day. I am your host, Connor Boyd, joined as always by my best friends from the Great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Instagram or Twitter or something like that, or nothing at all. Maybe you're just randomly watching this for no reason. That's cool too. Welcome. I am joined, as always, like I said, with my best friends. First, we have Mr. Max, the Madman Sansa, on the show today. Max, how are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
Nice.
I'm just hanging out with my man Gendo right now.
Ikari, very cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
And Ava Unit 0, it looks like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo on a roll. Yes, sir. The Aki way. Listen, we're also joined by another bestie of mine. The right now clearest person I could ever see in my life.
That's fucked up, actually.
Via video communication. We have Tony Harrop on the show today. Tony, welcome back.
Thank you.
Guys, every week we, as best friends, get together, smoke some pot, all right? And we catch up on the latest in stuff like video games, movies, manga, current events, internet shit, television, anime, whatever the fuck the case may be. We're besties. Don't test these. You know what I mean? Hands.
He's not wrong.
Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not. If you're listening to this, I know we have quite a few audio listeners. Give us a sub on YouTube. We'd sure appreciate it. We have, a modest like 400 something on YouTube, but we have well over 1,500 that I know at least follow us on Spotify. So if you want to do us a favor, hit the YouTube, hit us with a subby. Don't even have to watch the videos. You can just like them or not do anything. Just sub us. We would appreciate it. Also, follow us on Spotify if you're a new listener and you haven't already done so. We post once a week, hour-long episode, if not more. Besties showing up 106 weeks in a row. Pretty impressive. I don't think we've missed a single week, Tony, have we?
No, sir.
No.
Not once.
No, sir, we have not.
No, sir.
Never
Not
fucking
once.
missed. Never faltered once.
No, sir.
Yeah, we're also on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and everything. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at
Correct.
Welcome Boke Pod. Thanks for talking over that, Max. And Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast to get updates on the podcast every week and reach out to our Gmail, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all these are listed in the show description. Welcome. Guys, it is my pleasure to be back and seemingly completely HD clear quality. It's like both of you in the room with me. This is really a treat.
It really is.
Thought it was a drought. Thought it was a drought.
We're back on it.
But we potted through it, honestly.
That'd be
We
at
just
least
potted through it like
at least
absolute demons.
like 2 months.
Exactly.
I feel like it was going on like that.
Holy shit. It's like I don't even want to jinx it, but fuck it. I have to celebrate. It's too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give God thanks.
It's too
at God.
clean.
Look
Too
at
clean
God.
clang.
Yeah, man.
Look at him. Look at God.
How was your
Is it
guys'
my-
weeks?
right here?
I can tell you mine was pretty chill. I fucking
No.
recorded a TikTok of this kid who was reacting to some guy, but he had huge hair. Like big hair on the side, big hair on the side of the head. And considering I have big hair, even his hair was
You mean like Coheed and
large to
Cambria
me.
guy?
No, just like if you were wearing a Ushanka of fur.
Ah, okay, I got you. I know
That's what
that
the hair
is.
was like. And I did a duet. And I'm like, this is probably going to get me in trouble. Because if you duet anyone and say anything about them, he just gets taken down and you get a bullying strike. But I did it anyways, like an idiot. And I was like, your hair is fucking huge. I'm blown away. Like it looks like you're wearing a fur cap. Probably wasn't worth it. So I'm banned until 10/14. But
that is a little problematic of you to say that.
yeah, you can't tell people they have hair. That's not okay.
No, it's not chill, dude.
Because what if he thinks he doesn't? Kind of shatters
Yeah,
his
and
whole
it's
reality.
like, and it's like, the only reason, my audience does not comment on my hair or appearance ever. So it's nice because
You've never been on the
they
receiving
maintain
end.
the guidelines.
You've never been on the receiving end of any sort of commentary directed at your appearance.
No,
More or less.
or ridicule. No,
No.
definitely not.
Never
I
been.
don't think. I don't think once in my life. Yeah,
No one's ever seen you and said you look like someone.
no,
You look
I don't.
You look like someone, a character, perhaps.
I look like I
From
could just
something.
blend into the background like a gray NPC. Like I look totally like just normal as fuck.
You're a plain
Yeah,
Jane.
I'm playing. You're
Just
a
a
plain
John Doe.
Jane. Let me just say, you're a plain Jane John Doe.
Put it simply.
Your Honor, I'm what
Your
you would
Honor,
call a plain Jane.
My client is a plain Jane. All right. She gets up, scrubs her pussy every morning, walks the dog, goes to work, makes money, goes home,
Yeah. Eats
works
a
out,
salad.
goes to bed.
Ask her best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eats some. She's a white woman. She does yoga, eats yogurt, says, I'm so happy about these healthy choices I'm making in my life.
Beautiful
Goes
day
to
out.
work. Yeah.
Plain Jane.
Goes to work, makes sure
Hikes
no
on the
black
weekends.
people are trying to get into her apartment that don't live there, She's a white woman, Your Honor. She's not doing anything wrong. Just
likes to
enjoying
hike on the
yogurt and
weekends
yoga. Right.
With a large dog that
She
for
likes to
some
have-
reason
yeah.
she has control over.
She likes to have sex with her breadwinner Labrador golden retriever boyfriend.
She loves rehabilitating pit bulls.
You were gonna
right.
just say golden
Just for
retriever.
fun.
I was like,
She loves spraying whatever that orange, disgusting shit that white women like with bleached out hair and dark eyebrows put on that are from the Midwest. That look
what,
look
spray
like they-
tans?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess what that is. Yeah,
But most importantly, they live, they laugh,
Yeah.
and they love.
and they do love. You're
Yeah,
right. But I forget what we were talking about. Anyways, how was your
I
guys' week?
entirely plain Janes. Anyway,
How was your week, Max?
Oh, it's fine. You know, it's fine. It was there.
Lie to us.
Got a new console at work. Very cool. Sounds great. Makes me
Oh,
feel
okay.
like I'm in a spaceship.
Oh, like the whole like setup you're saying for sound.
Yeah, like the whole mixing board.
Is that shit like up in the mez? Like you got a closed off box?
I'm in my own sector, dude.
Oh, now you're really Gendo Ikari, just controlling everything. From
yeah,
up
I'm
there.
literally just like
You're just like this band
see
sucks.
the glare works for me. Here, let
Yeah.
me turn the glare
It's like-
up even.
Yeah,
It's like just when my glasses are down like this, I push them up.
you're just like this band needs more vocals.
It's like this band sucks.
That's actually really chill. That was one of the fun things about Shamanad was like when they built Skip Vera when we were like juniors, I think probably maybe sophomores. I don't know.
Something like that.
It was after
I think
I
it
Sounds
left.
about right.
I think it was maybe sophomore year. But anyways, being able to do TV and I like directed the broadcast of All School Mass from like a booth like that while
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Lawrence was like behind me and shit.
So you got to skip out and just kind of be the tech guy for that.
It was sick. I
Damn.
didn't have to be at All School Mass. Yeah, and then I got to like come
crazy.
down out of it. Like, yeah, I'm getting communion, and I'll be back to direct the rest of the program. It was sick.
got a broadcast.
I was just like,
Oh,
camera
God.
2, can we get a fucking medium on Father so and so, and then can we get a pull? Can you start here? Can you pull out? All right, cut to camera 2. We're live on camera 2. Like that shit was fun as shit.
Was it actually
Oh,
like
man.
that? Like the gate?
Yeah.
Like you had to switch.
Like I took an extracurricular activity on to do that.
That's crazy.
Man, when you put it that
And
way,
yeah.
it sounds like working at a church sounds a little more chill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as like a TV director, I would like that's
Yeah.
not what's normal at a church. You're not like that's.
I
only,
mean, now it is.
Yeah, I guess so. A lot of
Yeah.
times with COVID, right?
Yeah. No, they got
but
whole
I-
fucking TV stations built in churches now. I've been to them. It's fucked up.
I just remember like being a director and obviously I'll edit the name out, but like singing, like doing his like yeah, just doing like
Creed.
a Matt Stone sounding like singing voice, and then just like having them zoom in on him while I was directing, like zoom in on while he's singing. Oh, I was like zoom real tight in on it.
so much power.
So much power. And then I would be editing and directing the Grey House Studio. I'd go to Mr. Laurie's office. He'd be like, dude, it's just you need to cut it a little bit quicker. And I would literally be like, Stanley Kubrick never changed one frame of his films for anyone in his entire career. And if you think I'm gonna do that, you're out of your fucking mind. Like I used to be like, you have no idea what you're talking about, and this is completely under my control. You will not change a thing. And then winning, and then just being like thinking that's the biggest deal ever.
Yeah, and then Lori just being like, dude, I'm too tired. Fuck this. Just do whatever I don't care. Just
Right.
You're just like, you know what, dude? I have 17 kids, 4 chickens, 9 dogs, and a farmhouse to deal with. I can't fuck with this right now.
Well, I also had an idea to make our theme Star Wars themed. And because we had one like a couple years earlier, I fucking had the idea to have our house t-shirt be like the old Return of the Jedi poster where it's the 2 hands holding the saber that has like the light trail coming behind it, except it's 2 hands holding the house cup. It'd be like Return of the Grey or something like that. I think it was called.
Before Star Wars was terrible too, so that would have been actually cool.
Yeah, I was into Star Wars in high school before they sold it to before George Lucas sold Lucasfilm. But
They sold to Georgie Porgy.
for his skull. But
Before.
for his skull.
Skull.
But yeah, anyways, enough reminiscing. That shit was fun though.
Reminiscing.
Hell yeah.
Tony, how's
That's
your
tight.
week been?
Went by really quick. It's crazy how fast weeks
Yes.
fly by.
Yeah, this one went by for me too.
Because like I got a wedding at the end of the month to go to, and then 3 weeks later it's Thanksgiving, and then 3 weeks later it's Christmas, and then it's New Year's, and it's fuck.
every one of these things, Tony's just like, yeah, smoked like 8 blunts and did Molly and acid at the same time and tried out the new Taco Bell Chalupa burger that they have. And yeah, it was a great time. It's a great time.
It's a good basic stuff. Good
just did all my favorite things. Pretty simple. Yeah. And all my friends love all my favorite things too, so it works out. All my friends are just the same interests across the board somehow.
We all love the exact same things.
I mean, it's true. Like, it's so funny. Yeah. Like, his whole friend group is in a fantasy football thing. Like, whole friend group. Mm-hmm. Whole friend group.
12 of us.
Hell yeah.
And also, all your friends kind of like movies and video games too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on
and TV.
They're into like sports, movies, not video games really. But yeah, I mean, TV shows, we're all in that same shit. It's nice to have a big group to talk about that shit with, because you guys aren't into anything.
No, just really cool stuff. That's all. Just dope
really
things. Only dope things. That's really only what I'm into. Yeah,
it's really the quantifier.
Yeah, my work has also been pretty chill because I work in. Actually, I'm not even gonna give you that much detail, but basically, they lightened our load.
Dumped a load on us.
They lightened our productivity quota, let's just say, a bit. Because I'm in a startup, so it's a little bit, crazy, and it's been much chiller and much just kind of easier to go about doing. That's dope. It's dope. But anyways,
yeah,
I have to say, in the realm of video games, I have been playing lots and lots and lots and lots of Gears 5, and I'm getting quite good at Gears, especially on PC nowadays.
Very clean.
I really, Gears has always been one of my favorite games ever. It's one of the best non-Halo Xbox titles of all time. Like, it is such a great intellectual property. It's incredible.
I would say it's Gears of War 2 besides Halo. Or even better.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
What you're into, third person or first person. Sorry, Max.
No, I was just gonna say Gears of War 2 was a nuts time to be alive. Like, because that was like, did that come out after Halo 3?
That came out, I want to say, well, yeah, that came out in 08, I believe. 08 or 09. Okay. Let me look it up.
Yeah, because that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Gears 1 came out around Halo 2.
2004-ish. I think, is when it came out. So, a couple years after.
Really? I feel like it might have been 05.
06. November 7th, 06. And then, ironically, the exact same day, Gears of War 2 in 2008. Exact 2 years later to the day, Gears of War 2 came out.
And then 3
is a pretty quick turnaround time.
3 was much later then.
Huh?
Wasn't 3 much later then, like 2011?
No, 2010. Another 2 years.
On the exact 2 years again?
Let's see.
Let's find that information out really quickly.
No. Actually, it was 2011. I forgot. It was 2011.
Hey, I totally guessed on that one.
Yeah, the Gears franchise is incredible. I remember playing Gears of War 1, and it was like genuinely very scary. Especially the like horde of raven things, that part where you like can't go into the dark or else you'll get. Matter of fact, I'm going to play Gears 1 again sometime.
Yeah. See, Gears is really what they should have made like a Warhammer 40K game into. Like, if they were smart enough with that IP to actually turn it into a game, it could have basically just been Gears, But Gears just made a new franchise. So.
I mean, it's cool though, the whole world of it.
Not to say it's
the monsters and shit.
Warhammer 40K, it's got its own thing, but like 40K did make a game just like Gears, and it didn't do crazy, obviously. But Gears just took off. It's funny, gritty sci-fi game.
Oh, totally. I mean, if you like first-person shooters, Gears 3 or Gears just in period, Gears period. Is just like you can step into it very easily. It has very much a similar feel in a weird way. But yeah, on PC, being able to I never aim with the shotgun. I just literally never have to aim because I just have the hip fire so locked in. Just and I've been playing it for so long that I know exactly how far away you can you can slide to a wall and like I'm just like my shit is on point. Let me just say that.
So I am with the Car 98. You know, you just get that feeling to how far ahead you have to aim, and you can just whip to people just
right
like that.
Yeah. What have y'all been playing, Max? I've been peeping Metroid Dread. That shit looks pretty fire, actually.
Yeah, I honestly haven't really been playing anything this last week or so. I'm probably like today is like my first like full day where I'm just kind of like I can like catch up with shit. So I'm probably going to lock into like some Tales of Arise again because I've been having fun with that one. Now that the internet works, I want to play some more Apex.
Hell yeah!
And
the internet works like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, it's like I didn't even get a crazy increase in speed. It was just we needed my aunt needed a new modem because it was just like it just kept cutting in and out all the time.
And I actually also did need an update on Zoom, so that might have been like what was causing it. Yeah,
probably. That could have been a 2-month-old update. Whoops! Wow. Whoops. Wow. Imagine if that was it. I would fucking strangle you. That's so annoying.
Should have told me. Should have been like, hey, you need an update.
Yeah, he usually does auto updates, so I'll give it.
I don't know. I guess they just kind of rely on common sense that you would maybe check
that doesn't track. No.
Anyways,
I love this scene behind you. Anyway.
No, I've just been playing a lot of music. That's just kind of
playing a lot of music. That's good.
Yeah.
Have you touched the guitar in a long time?
No, it's sitting right next to me now though, because it was like one of the last things I grabbed out of the apartment just because it's fragile, so I didn't want to shove it in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just getting ready for the show next week and fucking all that yaz.
For a show you're playing or for
yes.
Oh, okay, very nice. Because I know that August Burns Red is coming through for a Leveler 10-year tour. And I wish I could come back for that, but I cannot.
That's in 11 days.
August Burns Red. Is that what that is?
Yeah, they go kind of hard.
I'm excited for that show. A lot of my
go kind of hard.
Couple of my sound guy homies are on that tour. Yeah, they're classics, dude.
It's like their third best album. I feel like.
Yeah, it was the one that I think made me a real fan of it, but then it kind of just fell off because I was just like after that I was just like I don't really care.
I feel like that run of 3 albums is like all you really need a Baby Hour, and if you're really into them, you can listen to their other stuff. But Constellations, Messengers, yeah.
And Thrill Seeker was all right too. But like,
yeah, that was the first one, and it was
they got their point across.
But
in those 3 records, they got their point across, and then after that, it was just like, all right, well, we can just like make those same 3 records.
But they do add some like interesting, like they add some fucking like in one of their albums, like they have some like Middle Eastern instruments, and then they do very experimental stuff, and it's still really cool. But yeah,
they're like one of those bands that. They just did such a good job with the first 3 or 4 that they just stuck. So now they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
Right. They didn't need
people will just eat it up. So
yeah, they got their core fan base, and they're just good perpetually, like we are. You know, we got our audience. Love that we've been seeing the messages, right? Really heartfelt messages.
I went live on IG and talked to a couple people, and they were both fans of the potty. You know,
of the potty. Yeah.
I love taking shits, dog. Love shitting.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sent me a picture of something a guy said that was really cool.
That was neat.
Yeah.
It's glad people like can find a weekly thing that they're into, because that's like kind of the media I consume too. It's like podcasts or YouTube videos that I
love weekly. A good just bullshit podcast playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
But Max, tell us about this EP and what you contributed to it. It's pretty sick sounding.
Oh yeah,
sounds pretty fucking heavy.
So I'm in a band called Fever Dream, stylized as Fever Dream STL. Just because there's a lot of people that had the idea for that band name, and we just added the STL so that
you just got to get the biggest first, and then you can drop the STL.
Yeah, because not necessarily that, but like you'd be surprised at how many bands that like don't have a presence at all, where people have like filed for copyright on it, and it's just like no one gives a shit about your band. It's like, I don't care. I own the name. It's like, okay, well, you suck. So think about that.
It's just like, it's like every name someone has. It's like, yeah, you gotta fucking.
Like there's this band called Kubla Khan, who like blew up, and as far as hardcore goes, and some like fucking turds from like Texas or something, like that started a metal band.
That's our
like
cement
80s.
company.
Yeah, they were like, we own Kubla Khan, the band name, and then they were just like, okay, so we're Kubla Khan TX. Oh, because they're from Texas. Never mind. So some other fucking band named Kubla Khan like, threatened to sue that sent them a cease. And anyway.
What are the odds
Fever
of
Dream
that they had Kubla Khan? They're like, yeah, let's
copyright that. 100% for literally every word or phrase. It's like
I can see Fever Dream
has been.
That's like a common term, but Kubla Khan. I mean,
well,
that's a proper name. That's a historical figure.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what I figured Khan is. Like I know like Genghis Khan or whatever, but I didn't know Kublai Khan.
Kubla Khan is
he was an emperor of the Mongols. He was like
what?
He was
you fucking idiot.
Did he precede
he's
Genghis Khan? Yeah, did he precede Genghis Khan? Or
I don't know if he was after or before.
All right, I'm looking up Kubla Khan.
Anyway, yeah. While
you're doing
about
that, warlords. Okay.
While you're looking that up, yeah, Fever Dream. We released an EP called Hell Above Me. It's 3 songs. It's under 10 minutes. If you like angry, heavy shit, check it out. If you're in the St. Louis area, we have a show next week. 10/16, October 16th for people that don't speak in numbers. October 16th starts at 8:30. It's at the Sinkhole. It costs $10. It's Fever Dream, Cavil from Springfield, Missouri, and Life Sucks from St. Louis.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man, I produced it, meaning I recorded it, I mixed it. It was mastered by, I mixed it. It was mastered by Chris Whited from Body Snatcher. Yeah, dude, it's fucking,
big time.
It's a good time.
Body Snatcher.
It's,
I dropped a picture of Kubla Khan in the show notes.
Hell yeah, dude.
For your reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude fucking
Just
owns.
for your reference. Does he?
Pretty referable.
Did we find out if he's Genghis's father, or do we know?
He's Genghis's father. Dude, Khan just means king. You understand that, right?
Right. Did he precede Genghis though? I don't know if he
was the fourth son of Tolui. His second son was Sorgagti Beki, and a grandson of Genghis Khan.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
So
he's the grandson of Genghis Khan.
Bloodline continues. Okay.
Bloodline.
The bloodline, the lore. The bloodline. Females that be like females being like Rey from Star Wars,
Oh my god.
Women be shopping.
Women be shopping.
Speaking of music, I have been listening to some old classics and some classics from recent history, like 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe less, even like 2018. But these a couple of really good Kanye West verses. One is "Wouldn't Get Far" by The Game that Kanye West produced, and he also has a verse on it, which is very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Also, "Selfish" by Slum Village, which I believe is produced by Jay Dilla, and it features John Legend and Kanye West. Those are 2 really good ass songs. Bangers, just bangers,
Yangers,
like hits that are catchy. And then of course, "I Gotta Have It" by Max B, just a classic song.
That's tight.
Look, if you're listening, you should look all those up and enjoy.
Dude,
absolutely.
I just helped you out.
I was watching some videos about Kanye West. I don't remember like how I came across them, but
I have one more song.
Oh, sorry.
"Attention" by Schoolboy Q. Very good song. Well, it was from his album he put out like a couple years ago.
Blank Face?
No, the one after that, where he had like a paper bag.
The one that came out like a year ago? Per Snatch.
Crash Talk 2019.
Yeah, okay. Dang, that's like years ago now. That's Matt.
That's math. Absolutely mad.
I think
Matt.
YouTube just brought me across some Kanye videos, but it was just like talking about his, like when Jay-Z first discovered him and stuff, and they like didn't think he could rap at all. They like he tried to for them, and they're like, "No, we just needed to produce for us." And then and there was just interviews with young Kanye, and you know he didn't come from a super like rough situation or anything. He like went to a boarding school in like in somewhere in Asia, maybe Japan, but so he was just kind of like by himself, and that's what maybe kind of why he grew up kind of awkward and stuff like that. But it was just crazy. Like he showed them a beat, and they were like really hyped about it, and he like literally like left the room right there to call his mom and be like, "Mom, we made it. Like that we about to." And then the rest is history.
Say it again. He what?
He was just they brought him in to just make some beats for them to show them what he could do, Jay-Z and whoever else was there, and he just played them like one beat, and they were, you know, super into it, and he literally like had to like leave the room right then and there to call his mom and like tell her that they made it, and that they're like going to be that he got the ticket, you know. It's crazy though.
Yeah, it's he's one of those just like madmen.
And that's so it makes it, you know, this whole new album feel really meaningful, because obviously like it that whatever video I was watching just kind of like painted how close him and his mom were, and you know how much she supported him. He dropped out of college to produce music and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff, and then he just became the biggest artist in the world. So maybe not like, I mean, probably by sale, I don't know what sales numbers are, but just like the biggest artist name in the world, I feel like is Kanye. Because it transcends music, you know. He's the biggest
brand of a person, I think, in the world for sure. Yeah,
like up there with Trump, even though he's like was the leader of like a nation and shit, and Kanye's just a fucking...
he's much more influential.
Just name recognition, I feel like. I mean, people know Drake, but he doesn't say anything interesting ever.
Right.
Everything they say causes a new debate.
But yeah, all those songs I mentioned, very good, and it's back when Kanye was more about partying and good vibes and having a good time. It was very inspirational back then. But yeah, that is what I've been listening to music wise. Just a lot more New York hip hop. It makes my head feel good to hear good rhyming, good lyricism, good rapping. Good raps.
Oh, I love
that.
And
I include mumble rap, quote unquote, in that. I mean, that stuff's good too.
Mumble rap?
Quote unquote mumble rap.
That song that started fucking circulating that kid made, that like 14-year-old. Shorty is how she giving me knowledge. Shorty's how she going to college. Yeah. She giving me that's like I couldn't get over that. She giving me knowledge.
Yeah. She giving me knowledge. It's literally like a 12-year-old, you know?
Yeah, clappers or something.
Something like
that. Blappers.
CL4PERS.
Young blappers. Yo, but should we talk about some fucking TV real quick?
Yeah, dude. I just saw the tug of war episode, but it ended on a huge cliffhanger. I mean, I have seen like just a spoiler in that I know that the main character is alive by the finale, like that kind of shit. So I know that his team probably doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they all fall off. I don't know. It ends with them being pulled, you know, and then they do something crazy, and I don't know. That was a really tense scene, and so was even they are really good at like building tension in that show. Like when in the second episode they're all voting, and the old man comes up, and I'm like, well, obviously he's going to vote to stay, because then they got to stay and finish the thing, and then he votes and it ends, and they all go home.
Right,
and then
takes you by surprise.
Yeah,
that part absolutely juked me. I was like, oh, dude. What? I was like, I didn't see that coming.
The show is interesting. I mean, Korean people just like talk differently. Obviously they speak in a different language, but they like interact differently than us. You know,
is that a different language than English?
They talk different for some reason.
They talk in a different way. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's like a whole, I don't know, just a different way they interact with each other. So it's hard to tell. I feel like it's hard to tell if it's like good acting or not, you know?
I think I can tell. They're all incredible performances, I thought.
Yeah, nothing's turned me off or made me think it was bad.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like the delivery of the lines, you don't necessarily know how that sounds. You just know how they're emoting, you know? Right. But it does sound good to me. I mean, it's just an interesting nuance of like the acting of in different countries. It is funny once there's English speakers on screen, they're like, "It's all yours," like anime dub sounding. The guys just like, "I'll kill you before you leave." Some NPC sounding shit.
I will get you
the real 69. It's just like, yeah,
it's just like when you read the subtitles, you have to like it's funny to like imagine an English person like saying those things to like the guards, like, "Are you nuts? This person just died over here. Come on now."
right.
He's dead.
It's just so intense in Korean.
That okay?
It's like so intense and impassioned.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dub watchers are psychotic. If you watch that dubbed, you got
literally subs only 4L. Subs only 4L. I don't care.
Yeah.
Except I'll watch Evangelion or Dragon Ball Z in English. But.
Yeah, that's really about it. Because it's just like those are already pretty goofy.
Cowboy Bebop too.
Yeah.
Like if there's like good voice acting that's worth hearing, then
let me put it this way:
listen.
live action dubs, nah.
Easy.
Yeah, I would.
You're crazy.
That's insane.
I would never.
I've never had a good experience. Let me just say, okay, if I watch a dubbed foreign film, I've never had a good experience. Okay, so
let me just say.
Oh, now I'm gonna play Jack and Daxter. That's what I'm doing today.
Just that voice. Okay, so Baki.
Tell me about it.
Baki on Netflix. That show fucking rips, dude. All it is dudes, just the most jacked dudes you've ever seen in your life, just fighting each other in just the most brutal martial arts way possible. And they're all like super strong. They can just break people's bodies with their hands. And like they can just like chop someone in the neck and blood will start spurting everywhere. And they're like dirty fighters. They use like wires to slice people's ears off and shit. And it's just like, it's crazy. It starts with a bunch of criminals around the world breaking out of like maximum security, like mega maximum security, like isolated prison cells just for them. And then being like, I want to taste defeat. And they all go to Tokyo because the strongest boy in the world is there. And he's only 17. And his name is Baki Hamna. And they all go to him. And there's like a part where a dude literally gets his hand just sliced off with a wire. And he's just like, I always hated doing spear striking exercises because my hands would get fractured and broken. And he's like, fingers always held me back. You just made my dream come true. Now I can use full force. And he punches the dude with his nub.
Oh.
He punches the dude with like his bleeding nub.
Holy
that you're looking at.
Shit.
Yeah. It's very gory.
Fuck?
And like he's like there's like a scene where a dude's like choking out a guy and like he has like the biggest grip strength in the world, so he can like literally rip your head off your body.
Holy shit.
Or like rip into your thigh. Like he gets in a rear naked chokehold and he just grabs the guy by his thigh and rips his thigh apart and like his thigh muscle apart. And then he's like choking this guy out and the guy like throws his middle finger like into the guy's ear, like stabs his ear, and it goes into his brain while he's choking this guy out. And the show is just constant fighting. It's just constant scrapping. Like the show, it's not like 5 seconds for a wholesome little like distraction. It's just all fighting, and it's sick.
Yes,
and there's just metal music the whole time, and it's
nice.
It's yeah,
that's
dude, you guys should check it out.
Sounds exactly like what I would enjoy.
Yeah, dude. Give the first episode a rip today. Honestly.
Yeah, I will.
Just the first one.
Yeah.
And the Japanese voice acting is very good.
I'll have to check that shit out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is going to be a slower month for me, so I'm trying to get back onto the consumption grind.
Feel you. It's a good place
to consume.
Trying
it's
to
a
grind
good place to go.
Dude, I
like need more products to
the
consume.
place.
Yeah, it's funny because I just find myself like I've been just
To consume.
I've just been ripping so much just TikTok. I just sit on there and it's just like it really sneaks up on you. It's like, oh fuck, it's been an hour and a half. I could have just watched a movie.
Right. It's been
just
an
like-
hour of me watching videos of people making like a face while they lip sync to a sound effect.
Yeah. It's and the funniest part is it's just like, well, I don't really have time to like watch a movie right now. It's like pretty late. I just kind of want to go to bed soon. And I don't want to like fall asleep
for
during
an
a
hour.
movie. And then you're just up on TikTok, and then I'm just like on TikTok for 2 hours. I'm like, oh well, fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, Office Space has been one of the best movies to fall asleep to. I like movies that I can fall asleep to, and that's a good one.
Mike Judge was in his bag for that one, man.
Yeah, dude. I've been watching that in increments.
It's
I only
a
saw
fun
that
one.
for the first time, like when I moved here. Actually, crazy.
It's a fun one.
Guy in the last 3 years saw that.
That's crazy.
You know, bro, that's crazy.
It's a good one though.
I've also been watching some My Hero Academia, which is pretty fire too. Like it's kind of similar in the sense that people are destroying their bodies to like defeat their enemies and shit. It's pretty fire.
I need to
That's
watch
sick.
that.
Good
heard
voice
it's like-
acting also on that show.
I heard it's like X-Men, but
It basically
cooler.
is. Yeah.
It's like cooler
That's cool.
X-Men.
Yeah, I have the first volume of the manga, but been just reading so many comics I don't have time.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Those are two good animes, and then I can also very highly recommend Ink Master. Been watching a ton
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
it's a classic.
Ink Master.
Yes, sir.
What about a show
Um,
called Blink Master about a bunch of people that love Blink 182?
That's a
Kill
good
me.
idea,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah, I'd watch Blink Master.
The biggest Blink
depends on
Master,
if
the
they're
biggest
into the
Blink
new
182
Or
fan.
not.
It's a funny
good.
thought, right?
Dave Navarro, we literally just came across the episode where he's like, Taco Bell is a brand that believes in living moss.
Do you
Choose
belong?
every day to live moss.
Are you a member of Craver Nation?
Are you a member of Craver Nation?
Did we
Dude,
talk about that
Tony,
last time?
No, we
Oh
haven't
my
yet.
fucking
What?
lord!
We probably did, but Tony, Max and I were in the White Castle drive-thru, and it's not "Hi, how are you? What can I get you?" The first thing mind you, I'm baked some fierce at this moment. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like we just finished pulling up to the place, and
Oh.
yeah, the first thing they say, "Hi, are you a member of Craver Nation?" And I just started like, for some reason that hit me in a way that just made me start shaking, crying, laughing. I like could not compose myself. I literally could not compose myself.
You were losing your goddamn mind because it didn't phase me whatsoever. And I immediately ordered it. And I turn to you and give you like the point, like, all right, you go. And you're just like bent over, just.
Oh my god!
And you're just like,
It was like someone a week out from suicide just being like, "Are you a member of Craver Nation? Are you?
Is this like a rewards program?
Are you?
yeah.
Are you part of the tribe of Craver Nation?" Cravernation.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Oh
very
my
funny.
god.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
Because it's just the
And then they fucked up my order. They just literally forgot 2 burgers.
yeah
2 burgers.
Yeah, but luckily
Thought it
those
was a
burgers would have
T-Bell.
been literal assholium to eat. So
yeah.
Didn't you say it was
don't have to
T-Bell?
worry about that.
No, it was White Castle.
Oh, I thought you said T-Bell.
No, that's why it's
But Dave
Craver Nation.
Navarro,
Right,
Dave Navarro
okay.
in this show is this tiny man that has a perfect beard kind of. And
Oh, yeah.
very, very, very tight pants. And he looks, you can't tell, but he's like built like he's 5'2". But he could be like 5'10". I don't know. Actually, I'm going to look up his height.
Are you talking about the guy from Forged in Fire?
No,
No,
Davey Nav.
he's
from
5'9".
Ink Master.
I mean, it's a normal height.
So
to
a
be.
different host. Because I was like, that kind of feels like the guy from Forged in Fire.
No, different
No,
dude.
no.
He is taller, though, I think.
Dave
yeah, he
could
Navarro
be
is
a-
in Jane's Addiction.
Literally got to the
Oh.
episode where he said living moss. Also, Chris Nunez is his exact same height. It's kind of interesting. But anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of that show. It's like tattoo artists competing against each other. And it is a long competition. It's fucking 16 episodes and they're an hour long each.
How many
Fucking
seasons?
wild. It's about 12 or so seasons. I think.
She.
Maybe more, actually. Hold on.
I guess you can just
Ink
pump those out.
Master.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
Chopped.
13 seasons of the regular show. Shit crazy.
Yeah,
That's
those
nuts, actually.
Those competitions.
Then there's Ink Master Redemption, Ink Master Angels, and Ink Master Grudge Match, which I think is just one season.
Ink Master
There's
Dark
2
Multiverse.
Ink Master Bizarro World.
Ink Master.
Upsy Daisy World. Yeah. Worth checking out season. What are we on? Season 6?
Well,
Shit, we're on season 6. Yeah. It's more exciting that way because you watch people drop off and you get invested.
Oh, yeah.
Hell's Kitchen's another good show for that too, because it's Gordon, man, and there's people that are like
Fucking gold.
taking his abuse
Gordon.
for episodes. Gordon, your shit.
Him laying into people is one of life's greatest pleasures.
Oh, of course. But yeah, y'all been watching any TV at all?
Just Squiddy, really. In the Batman animated series.
Squiddy
during
Body,
Squiddy Bitters.
That's it, really.
Squiddy Bitty.
No, man.
Just really just Squiddy. Watching some Squiddy.
I play
Watching
2
some
shows and
Squidders.
play 1 video game.
Nice.
That's
Warzone still?
Keep it simple. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just been fucking grinding this week. So, and spitting, apparently. I
Grinding?
just spit on my desk.
I have movies to talk about, by the way. But
Yeah, there's
we could also answer some, because we've been going for an hour already.
That's what-
I didn't,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even fucking realize. We can answer a consumer question.
Sure.
You know?
I definitely want to hear about that Memoria movie. That shit looks interesting.
Yeah, I could talk about that for a second, actually.
Yeah, inform me.
You wouldn't mind, you know?
It's fucking New York Film Festival. Movie called
Nice.
Memoria, starring Tilda Swinton, directed by Pichapongwer Sethakul. Director from Thailand, goes by Joe. Makes like slow cinema, art house films. Lots of long shots,
Mhm.
natural sound, non-actors, shit like that. And usually it's in Thailand and in Thai, I'm assuming is their language. I don't
Okay.
know. Is that, yeah, I'm assuming the language of Thailand is Thai. Correct? Thai language, yeah. I'm just confirming. Want to be respectful.
Correct.
Yeah, and listen, he's just kind of up there with sort of the masters of cinema these days, because it's just like he's doing things very different and real and raw, and his control over the cinematic kind of movie viewing experience through his editing and his composition and audio choices and everything is pretty amazing. No one does anything really like him. He's super unique. And
What
this
else
is
has
his
he done?
He did this movie called Uncle Boon Me. Hold on.
My uncle booned me when I was young.
My uncle booned me. Yeah, dude, that's definitely what the movie's called. No, it's Uncle Boon Me Who Can Recall His Past Lives, and it premiered at Cannes, and it won the Palme d'Or, which is pretty fire. Which is really it's like the best picture it's like the actual best picture of the world. It's not this whatever bullshit Hollywood nod the Oscars are.
See, there's people that are like, like film is dead, like, like all that, everything is just the Hollywood stuff, but this stuff is still coming out,
Yeah,
and I think it'll be like I don't know, we'll see, like.
It's not entirely dead. No, I think it's just not what it once was, but yeah, it's not dead.
No,
it's not completely dead.
But I mean, movies of this caliber
still
were coming
people
out.
making cool movies.
Movies of this caliber were coming out in the 70s, right? But the action movies and like the big blockbuster stuff were coming out back then. But those were just also good, or most of them. Not most
Westerns,
of them, but there's a lot
mostly.
of them that. There's a lot of them that I guess more from the 80s would be more of a lot of the ones that I'm thinking of. Just like the big.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
The big blockbuster action movies that are coming out also are general. There's just so many of them from back then that people still hold in high regard, but pretty much everything that's coming out now
is garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like even the good stuff is all just like it kind of blends in and blends together.
Yeah, because I think a lot of
it's of them, but I mean,
it's just merit too, because it's just like, all right, cool. Marvel just needs a green screen to make an entire movie,
right? Dude, yeah. Okay, so I saw a headline. They're making a spin-off show off of the witch from WandaVision, like from what's her name?
Sure,
like the bat.
Fucking
right.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what's her name?
What if?
Oh, really? They
Catherine.
Yeah.
Catherine
Jesus.
Hahn.
I like.
It's like thinning a solution until there's almost nothing in it. It's just like you got no story, no writing, no actor that I give a shit about. You've got nothing. It's just a thin.
Right.
It's but anyways, water in the milk carton right now. That's what we're doing.
This movie, Memoria.
Yeah. Sorry.
It was the New York Film Festival. It was the U.S. premiere of this movie that I went to.
Very clean.
And the director and Tilda Swinton came on stage. They said, "What's up?"
Shit, right on.
You saw Tildy?
I saw Tildy, baby. And he was like, "Everybody, we're back in the theater. Watching movies together. That's very nice. So let's listen to this movie together and watch it carefully or whatever." And it was a pretty dope experience. It's one of those movies that's so slow you get into like this hypnotic trance of like watching it, where your mind starts kind of wandering, but you're still watching. But so you're almost get into like a half asleep state. Sometimes you do fall asleep. Sometimes you suddenly wake up because there's this recurring theme in the movie where Tilda Swinton's character hears a thud, like a really loud thud in her head, and this is actually something the director has. It's called exploding head syndrome. He hears explosions or not explosions, but a bit loud thud in his head, like early in the morning when he's half asleep or whatever.
Oh wow!
And
wild.
Anyways, the movie's about her like trying to find the source of the thud, and it's a really, really wild fucking answer what the source of the thud is. And what's crazy about this movie is it's not going to be released on streaming at all. It's only going to be in theaters. It's fucking crazy.
So Tony,
you and I will
DVD?
Probably not have a chance to see it.
Damn.
It might play in a limited release and but
it'll take a while. It'll like we're not necessarily destinations for that.
No, but if there is a release, it'll be there in your local art house theater.
No, yeah, I mean I'm gonna look out for it.
Both of you. But anyways, yeah, it's a dope movie. It's just cool. It's just cool because it felt like the whole watching experience was intentional. Like the experience of watching it with people and hearing this loud ass shit together. Because the first thud is fucking loud as shit. It scared the fuck out of me. I literally jolted in my chair. But anyways,
so was it scary? Was it like a horror movie? Psychological thriller? more?
I wouldn't imagine.
Comedy? No.
No. I mean, there is kind of an edge to the quietness of it in a way. It's like this. It both makes you hyper aware and also like in a trance in a way, like kind of lulled almost to a peaceful state of stillness. It's cool, man. Mm-hmm. He's in his interviews, he's very quiet and soft spoken and obviously really smart, and it's just dope. It was a dope movie, and then at the end they like stood up and like stood there while people applauded them in the balcony with like a spotlight on them, and they were just like looking down over everybody, and I was like,
they just started levitating.
Yeah, they were like, yes, we created the greatest art of all time. But it was a really sick movie.
That's cool.
And there's like this one scene where she's at dinner with like she's at like a bougie restaurant at a table with a family and their like very young daughter who's like drawing crayons or whatever, doing some bullshit, and she's talking to them for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you hear the thud really fucking loud while she's talking to them, and it's like the only time in the movie you hear it like multiple times within a minute or so. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty cool. Like when you really stretch shit out, how your choices are they resonate so much harder, and there's so much more. It's such a break. Mm. You know, it's such a disruption when you hold on a shot, and then that edit is just, it has so much more impact when you wait, when you let something go for a little bit.
For sure.
That's what transcendental cinema is about.
Transcendental cinema.
But we should answer one question and skiddly diddly.
Easer.
We got a question from Jacob. Hi, gentlemen. So I'm a college student in Oklahoma, and I'm thinking of planning a trip to St. Louis pretty soon. What, in your opinion, is the must-have food and excursions for a weekend in your hometown? Thanks, guys. Oh, we got that. We got that in the bag.
I don't know if we know anything about that.
Couldn't tell you. I could not tell you.
I'll give it a whack. What do you say?
I'll give it a shot. Don't fill in any of the cracks if you're.
All right.
Yeah.
First night you get here, you settle into wherever you're staying. You order Emos.
You do that.
You get it. Emos pizza. Get 1 extra large cheese, and then get 1 extra large like sausage bacon. And then, of course, you got to get toasted ravies on the side with some marinara and some parmesan. And then you're set for the first night. Second day, you're going to want to go whip it downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown Kirkwood, that is. Go to Spencer's Grill.
Interesting.
Hit breakfast there. Just get a nice, quick breakfast. Then you're going to want to go to Art Hill. You're gonna want to go to the art museum.
Or
Rip that
sidebar. If you're closer to the city area, hit up Courtesy Diner. Similar experience.
Correct.
Closer, shorter drive, similar experience. Continue.
Correct. And there's some good breakfast spots downtown St. Louis as well.
Absolutely.
Whip to the art museum. The museum's basically free. I'm pretty sure, right? Great museum.
Art museum is free. Yes.
Yeah.
So is the zoo.
Science Center's free.
Right next to there in the same park. Go to the zoo, St. Louis Zoo. All you got to do is pay for parking. The zoo is free. They got Dippin' Dots in there.
In the country besides
incredible. You can see whatever you want. You can see walruses, sea lions. You can see tigers, lions, bears, polar bears. You can see penguins,
depressing.
Giraffes, rhinos. It is depressing.
No, but it's not. It is actually not.
Well, yeah. It is
Our zoo is not. Let me put it that way.
Right. Zoos can be depressing regardless, but yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Our zoo is not depressing.
No, it's like a theme park.
Then you could whip it over to the Loop. Go hit Fitz's for lunch. Maybe get some fucking wings. Maybe a burger. Ooh. Drink some Fitz's root beer.
Could get some Pappy's barbecue.
Or you could go to Pappy's barbecue, which that could be. You got to do that on one of your days. You got to go to Pappy's on one of your days.
Required.
Required. And then you can skip diddly over to fucking Vintage Vinyl. Go check out some records. You could also go to Blueberry Hill for food, or if there's a concert there, music there, you can watch that.
They got a cool venue in the basement.
Where
Chuck Berry played.
There's also maybe this is like what you do the second day. You can go to the City Museum, which is pretty crazy. If you're not enormous like me, maybe you're like 6 feet maximum. You can have a good time there.
A lot of fun to be had there.
Any taller than like 6'1", I can't imagine like getting through the cracks and shit. It's stressful, but it's still a cool place. Skinny. It's a really cool place to go there. It is like a kid's place, but you can go there as an adult and check it out. It's just a cool place made of reused materials, and it's like a whole building. It's like a whole factory. Outside,
like that shit is insane.
Yeah,
goes up like at the side of a 6-story building.
Yeah, you can climb up into 6 stories up into like a metal frame into a plane. I don't even know how tall it is. It's fucking super high up there. It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing things.
It's a great place.
And then if you're crazy, you can go up into the arch itself. There's an elevator. I don't know if they're doing that these days, but that's another thing you could possibly do. And it's baseball season still, so we're out of the playoffs. We just got knocked out. Never mind. Forget that. But yeah, that's a good start for St. Louis. You know what I mean? I'd say that's a good time. You can also rip some beer, Citywide, great beer. Urban Chestnut, great beer. I highly recommend all that. You can go get some really good wings at what's that place by your old place, Max?
Three Kings.
In and Out.
Over Under.
Good wings. You could also go to
Duffy's.
You could go to Duffy's. You could go to Billy G's. You could go to fucking Three Kings. You could go to Circle 7 Ranch. There's a lot of good places in West County.
Three Kings has a lot of locations. Wings. They're good. They're good stuff.
Bar Louie is decent.
There you go.
Fucking candy place.
There you go.
What's the candy place? Crown Candy? Is that what it's called?
I've literally never been there. I don't even know where that shit is.
I think I have been there.
It's downtown, but they have like insane milkshakes. And then there's also Ted Drew's frozen custard, St. Louis delicacy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good restaurants in St. Louis. Juniper is another good restaurant.
Don't forget.
Really good fried chicken sandwich at Juniper. And shrimp and grits is fucking amazing at Juniper. But anyways.
Food places.
That's going to do it for us, guys.
Food.
That was sick, though. I do love St. Louis. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good places to go there.
Some good food.
But yeah, man. Y'all have a great week. And hit us up on the Gmail. We do appreciate it. And what can I say? This is Welcome Bug, motherfucker. Forever. We never miss. Peace.
Not once.